turn to the teacher. Turn to the teacher. Turn to the teacher. Turn to the teacher. Turn to the
And welcome back. I'm Mike with the Turntable Teachers, and class is back in session. Here for another guest speaker episode at AOA Studios. If you're an artist, podcaster, or content creator of any kind, make sure to reach out to us at aoastudios.org to book your session or service today. And man, I'm joined today by an incredibly special guest. He's the first guest we've had that's based in Connecticut. If you're a hip-hop fan, especially an underground hip-hop fan, you should be aware of this man. But if you're not, he has been on Bars on 95, on the radar. This man's been kind of everywhere. He's got a big show coming up as well on November 2nd. And at the Middle East with our guy César, who's actually in studio in the background. We got a little studio,
we got a little studio audience. For real, we got a studio audience. That's what I like, man.
This is none other than ANoyd. I really am so grateful to have you, bro.
This
is awesome.
Thanks for having me, bro.
Of course, man. This is great. And thanks to César for the assist.
Clap. You go ahead.
Yeah, you can clap back there. Yeah.
It's all right. Yeah. My episode a little different. Everybody can, relax.
We usually do the clapping track that I edit in, so I don't even need it now. I just use whatever's back
Everything
there.
is real life on this side.
Appreciate César being the Jason Kidd. I guess he set this up. I didn't even know. So,
shout out my guy.
So yeah, appreciate you, Cés. He's also on the bill. We'll talk a little bit about the show. And can't wait to dive into this. So without further ado, we're going to jump into the first segment of the show, which is called The Objective, where we get to know a little bit about you and your background.
Nice.
And so one of the things that, I read up on is obviously you're from right outside Hartford, Hartford, Connecticut.
Yeah, right outside.
Sorry, fuck that up. In Bloomfield. And I know that your dad is actually Chuck Fenda, who's a pretty well-known reggae artist.
Shout out to my dad. Yeah, my dad is like the Drake of Jamaica.
Yeah. That's what's up. So it's obvious that musical ability has just obviously been ingrained in you, right, from your dad. Yeah. But I know you didn't really start. There goes the train, like I was telling you about. But I know that you didn't really start taking music seriously until a year or two after high school when you met your producer, RichBreed.
Yeah.
So I guess my question to you would be, how did your dad influence your musicality? And I find it almost interesting that you didn't start until a little bit later, and you kind of fell into a much different genre than obviously your dad does. So, first question would be obviously talking a little bit about, what factored into your decisions and the style of music that you make, being a little bit different from him, and then what was it, of course, about RichBreed that helped you get into music a little bit deeper?
Well, I started with my dad. I actually didn't really dive into any of his music until I started already. I already figured out what I wanted to do. So I already sounded how I was supposed to sound before I even got some type of identity from him. So I was pretty much just on a journey by myself, just figuring it out. Listening to a lot of my favorite rappers. Fabulous, Jadakiss. Dipset, heavy influence, Mobb Deep, Nas, Jay-Z. So
we're definitely from the same era.
Yeah,
I grew up on a lot of that too.
High school days, that's all we was listening to. A lot of Lil Wayne.
Yeah.
A whole bunch.
That mixtape era was crazy.
Yeah, Dat Piff days was
Dat Piff,
amazing.
yeah. We just had this conversation with one of our last guests.
Dat Piff days was amazing,
100%.
But that's another podcast episode.
Yeah.
So just finding my identity through them. I used to mimic rapping like Styles. I used to rap like J.R. Writer from Dipset. I was just really mimicking until I actually found my own sound, So I didn't really dive into my dad's
his discography.
I was trying to find that word. Yeah,
Got you.
His discography. I didn't really dive into his discography until later on. But then once I actually I looked it up and then I seen him performing, and I'm like, oh, okay. I see where it comes from, because I'm really electric on stage. I'm very you could feel the aura, the energy. It's just I'm giving them everything that I got in me. No Diddy. And then so I seen where we mirror. Cause I seen him on stage and he was jumping up and down, put some bomber clot lighter in it. So I'm like, oh my God, he's energetic. Yeah. So if I got anything from him, it would just be the electricity, the fire that
on the performance side of things.
Performance side.
That's awesome.
Yeah,
love that. And then in terms of sonically for your own style of music, how influential was RichBreed early on for your music?
Heavy influence. because that was like my guy, you know. Along with 2-4, shout out my guy 2-4. He used to go by Ty Nitty, so it was just him and 2-4, and we were just kind of just on a journey figuring out a sound that works. And I just love their sound, you know. Like they really like gave me a sound, a identity, if I could say. Two talented brothers, RichBreed is like, you know, playing the keys and really good at that, and then Nitty's hard drums. Like, if I could pick any song that they both, like, put their all into was It's Different Now. You know? I love that record so much, and they both produced it together, and that was, like, one of my favorite records. I'm actually going to perform it on the 2nd.
Hell yeah, there you go. Sneak peek, people. Make sure you
Yeah.
guys get out there.
So, yeah, man, they're just heavy influence on my sound, and I never wanted to sound like I was from Connecticut. You know, I just wanted a worldly sound. You know what I'm saying? Like, to be identified throughout the whole world instead of just like from down the street.
I really like that you mentioned that. It actually goes right into my next question, which is the Connecticut rap scene, which is kind of underrated. There's quite a bit of names, obviously, amongst yourself, but Apathy, Felly, Chris Webby, Whit Lowry, just to name a few. And I'm kind of curious for you, like, what are some aspects of Connecticut and its independent music scene in general that most people outside of Connecticut don't know or realize? And then how has Connecticut itself maybe have impacted your own artistry and your growth over this last, because you've been at this for what, over a decade now, right?
I would say definitely over a decade. Like I always been fans. Like I love Apathy. I love Webby. I didn't really listen to them at all coming up. You know, I gained more of a respect for them, and I became a fan of them when I like seen them live or actually dived into their discography like later on. So I think what made me who I am was just the roughness of Connecticut. Like they're hard critics. Connecticut is it's a hard market. You know, they don't really like everything. You know what I'm saying? So you got to kind of they kind of got to be sold a little while. Like I remember one of my guys, Splash, he was like, I think I was in it for like a long time, and he had sent me a text like, yo, before I didn't understand it, but now I do. And that was like years after I started already. You know, so sometimes it takes a little bit of time for the people to get it.
Sure.
Actually understand like what it is that you do. You know? And I didn't really know what I was doing. I was just doing what I loved, you know, being a lyricist that I am and singing from time to time, doing the poetry, doing all that stuff. So, you know?
Yeah, no, and sometimes it is harder to, in a lot of ways, you know, get your hometown and your home state to like buy in more sometimes than outside. Yeah, you know what I mean? Like that can always be a tougher thing. But no, just for like growing up, like I used to listen to Webby when I was in high school, and that's how I found out about you, because like you guys collaborated a couple of times, and then Apathy, of course, and Felly, and then Whit Lowry was a bit later on for me. But then I just think it's like really. It's an underrated scene in terms of what kind of what the hip hop has actually the hip hop artists that have come out of there. Yeah, and like you obviously are one of, I say, the pinnacles of that.
You know, because like I know Apathy is from a different side, and Webby's from a different side of Connecticut.
Right.
So I'm kind of more like A6O, like, you know what I'm saying, and I'm black too. Like come on now, you know,
that's awesome.
You know, so you know I gotta just be obvious. So it's like I wasn't really listening to them. I was kind of just like more urban and more like tapped in with the street guys, and you know what I'm saying, and stuff like that, and the ladies, and you know, like I'm trying to like make my audience as broad as possible. Like I want some ladies at my shows, I want some nerdy guys at my shows, I want the backpack people, I want the pretty girls, and I want the guy, you know, everybody. I want everybody to feel welcome. I didn't just want to just make it just one type of person at my show.
Well, I'm glad you're saying that, because I feel like as well, like a lot of old school hip hop shows are just, they were always so dude heavy, and it, like in Massachusetts right now, there's a huge wave of like incredible female artists, and they're really changing a lot of the ways in which it's amazing. There's some really, really great female artists out here, really, especially in the hip hop space, and they're really changing a lot of the dynamics and just the you know, the amount of the types of people that are coming to these shows, and it's a really beautiful thing to see that it's becoming a lot more immersive and diverse, which is a great thing, which hip hop, I think, in a lot of ways, you know, didn't have for a long time. So it's really nice. I
love
to see.
diversity, you know.
Yeah,
and I learned that
huge.
from like church. Like I love seeing. Like I'm a heavy church goer.
Yeah,
you know, one thing that sold me about the church that I go to is how diverse it is. You know, like I'll go in there just like this, dressed like this, you know, my baggy jacket on, jeans, like pants sagging, you know, just chains out. Everybody just welcome me with open arms. You know, nobody's judging me like, oh, why does he have that on? Like, so, and even the pastor was black when I walked in. So I'm like, oh yeah, I'm staying here. Yeah, for sure.
I'm glad. Actually, I was going to ask you this a little bit later, but you brought it up. I might as well pivot to it a little bit.
Yeah.
And I know, like, is it more recently you've been a little bit more devoted to your faith, or has this faith already always been something that's been ingrained in you since you were young?
I think it was in the beginning. I knew of God, but I wasn't really like tapped in as I am now. Took a while. I was doing a lot of dumb shit, you know, just
as we all are when we're young.
Doing a lot of dumb shit at home, you know, not in the right headspace as I should be, focused on the craft, as I should say, you know what I'm saying? And then I was like, yo, I got to change my environment. I got to switch it up. So I was like, I'm going to go to therapy. And then I started going to therapy on Saturday, and I went to church on Sunday. So I changed my whole weekend routine, kind of, you know what I mean? So I didn't have no room to do anything because my whole weekend was booked and busy. You know what I'm saying? So ever since I started doing that, it kind of just brought me closer to my faith, you know? And the big man upstairs was just like, you know, it's all for him, and I will be nothing without him, man, you know? Yeah.
I appreciate. Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't mean.
No. I had to put the amen in there.
Oh yeah, you put the amen. Oh, you were done. Okay, my fault. I appreciate that you being so open about going to therapy, especially as a man, because I feel like men's mental health. We've talked about this a couple times on the podcast before with different guests, but I just think that men's mental health is such a thing that is now finally becoming a lot more, and I hate to say that's mainstream now because it feels ridiculous to say that, but like it's just more
word like that.
Yeah, like people are just more, men in general, I feel like are more open talking about that, and I think it's a great thing because for so long, I mean, I came from my parents, like just that generation of just we're gonna push emotions down, we're not gonna talk about things, like it's just, especially as men, like we're you know what I mean, and I think there's a lot of strength that comes in trying to tap into. Okay, why do I do certain things? Like, I don't feel like I'm as healthy as I should be. Yeah,
your childhood has a lot to do with it.
100%.
I didn't think I had a problem until I got older, and then I'm realizing like, the reason I can't make certain decisions is because my mom made all my decisions for me.
There you go.
I didn't have to ask, what I want for dinner. My mom would just have dinner on the stove. It's things that simple like that. Yeah. So it's like initiating a date night or something like that is like you don't really do. And then you realize, like, oh my God, like I can't make little decisions as that, or being romantic, because like your mom made all your decisions for you. Huh. So I didn't realize that was a problem until I took my mom to therapy and we was talking about it. Yeah. So, but I had a great mom though. Like my mom was like that's my rock.
Yeah. Like my same right here.
That's my rock. That's my everything. So I hate to even say like she did a horrible job with me, because she didn't.
It sounds like she
did a great job, but it's like little things like that like impacted my like being a man. So you don't really see none of that until you grown up, and then you got a girl, and you can't. And she's saying, "Yo, what do you want to eat?" And I'm like, I don't know. Yeah. And then she's like, "Oh, you suck at making decisions." You know what I'm saying?
No, I can relate to a lot of that because my mom was a single mom and I was the oldest of three. And not to get too deep into my shit, but like, I was the same boat where like I just didn't have a very strong like male figure around, and like naturally like I was like the older sibling, so like I was that for my brothers, and then when I got to be about like my early 20s, I'm like, oh shit, like not that I was soft necessarily, but I'm like I need to like figure out like everything that I wasn't dealing with when I was younger, and the things that it would have been nice to have, as in my life as like an adult figure, having that, and it just I think naturally as you get older, obviously like these things become a bit clearer, but it's better to figure them out a little earlier, especially if there's resources out there where you can actually get that support. If you
could get that help and get that support, then don't wait.
No reason to wait.
And like it's okay to not be okay, guys. 100%. Like let's be like. Let's just be cool. Like, let's make that cool to be like, to talk about our problems and talk about our imperfections and our flaws. Like, sometimes we just feel like we have to be perfect, or rappers don't have to showcase their lows. That's why I love showcasing, like, I'm fucked up, and telling it and talking about it in my music, because majority of the world is fucked up, dude. They're fucked up in the head. Everybody's going through some shit at home. And, Everybody don't got it figured out. The majority of the world doesn't have it figured out.
No.
You know? No. And life is just supposed to be that thing that you don't have figured out. You're supposed to just live and love and just go until eventually you just stop, you know?
And then someone like yourself, too, being in the public eye, there's probably that more pressure to show, at least at the beginning, I'm sure, to show those more, to not show those imperfections, I mean, instead of trying to be.
Yeah, that's why, I was faking it till I made it for a long time, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Acting like I got a Range Rover and stuff. Like, you know what I mean? Like, just faking it. But then it's like, you just got to be transparent with the people because that's what makes you have, like, a core base, like people that actually, like, come out to your show and, like, they won't even be there for your music. They just be there just to meet you because you're a real person, you know, and you talk about your problems on a big platform as well. Like, me having a platform that I have, you know, followers on Instagram and still talking about my problems and talking about how I was fucked up in 2013. And people was like, yo, this is brave of you to do. Now I can do it because I've seen ANoyd do it. Yeah. So I got to kind of be that guinea pig for the people that just like, yo, it's cool to be not cool. Yeah. So, yeah.
I appreciate you saying that on here. No, really, it means a lot. And I think it's definitely needs to be talked about more.
Yeah.
Totally.
Agreed.
I do want to transition slightly to what we call the main lesson, which is the segment where we get to talk a little bit about what you got going on now. And I might as well just throw this flyer up on the screen here for the Why Not Now show with my man César back there. He will be
shout out to my guy César.
So those of you that are in the Boston scene know about César by now, and if you've seen him perform, you know that man goes hard on that stage, and it sounds like you do too. It's gonna be a hell of a night. Middle East upstairs, correct? Middle East upstairs.
Yep, upstairs.
So make sure you get your tickets there on now, and on sale, and make sure you guys get them. So, so I know César came down and did a show in New York with you, and so I was just curious about how you guys got acquainted, and what the timeline was to like get this Boston show, because this is really you said this is your first.
That was my first
headlining show in Boston, right? As well. That
that's
upcoming
my first headline show.
But the New York one was as well.
New York was my first headline.
Yeah. So how does that feel, like being this far into your career and finally sort of getting to that pinnacle of having those headlining shows and being able to do that?
It's a beautiful feeling. And shout out to César. You know what I'm saying? I met him through Valentine, my guy that I known since like middle school. So and he's just the brain of it all. And it just feels beautiful to just be doing shows now, because I've been a performer. I've been on the road with Webby, a gazillion shows. I done tore down so many stages, been across the country, been in Canada, across the whole globe, and never really like headlined. But I stole the show plenty of times. Like, obviously, like, come on now. Like, every time I get on that stage, like, if I could ask them at the end of the show, what was your favorite moment of the show? It's like when ANoyd came out. Humbly speaking too, but I'm just going off of what the people tell me. I'm not saying nothing.
If it's fact, it's fact. If that's what people are telling you,
because I just electrocute the whole stage, man, and it's just like a beautiful feeling. Because the whole point of the shows is like, why not now? Why we waiting? Like, let's just go. Because it's been a long time when we was like, oh, we're gonna do a tour, we're gonna do these shows, and then we just end up waiting every time, waiting for the right moment, waiting for the stage to be bigger, waiting for a new single to take off and go viral, and waiting for this. But it's like when you got a core base that supports you, you don't need a hit record. You got to hit their souls, man. Like, so as long as you hitting souls, you don't need a hit record. Bars. kind of. But yeah, like, for real though. So it's just a beautiful feeling to just have been doing these headline shows, and New York was amazing. No promoter, no nothing. We just booked the venue and then just said, all right, let's hit the ground running. Posting every day and running ads, spending money, getting merch, all this other things. And then, the turnout was amazing. Like 100 plus,
Love that.
Total. So it was just amazing to have people. I didn't even care if it was 20 people in there. I'm going to be honest. Like, as long as people there for me, I don't really care about the number of people that's there, because that will grow. But you have to start somewhere.
Of course.
So I'd rather just start and let people see my failures. If you come to a show and it's only 25 people there, that's okay.
Win over those 25 people.
As long as you got 25, but then those people there for you though, because that 25 could turn to 50, and then the 50 would turn to 100, and then 100 would turn to 200, 200 turn to 400. Then it could, then you keep putting out your music. Then you got, we got to do the big room now. It's been a year, a year or two. Now we got to do the big room. So I'd rather climb slowly than go straight to the big.
Because then you're ready for it. I feel like at that point, you know what I mean? Like you've built up the cachet, you've built up the experience, the fan base, right? All of that.
Yeah.
And I like that perspective because I feel like some people would think if only 25 people came to their show that would be some type of massive failure, right? But it's great that you're looking at it from like that angle of, well, hey, 25 people showed up. I'm going to give these 25 people their money's worth and, you know, hope that.
Because let's be honest though, like a lot of people can't sell out their bathroom. No, for real though. That's a great line. Like a lot of people can't get 2 people to show up to the show. You know what I'm saying?
I hear you.
And you really think people gonna show up until it's time to? You got the venue booked. Now it's time to sell tickets, and then nobody shows up.
Right.
But people said, "Oh yeah, I'm about to come see your show." It's hard to sell tickets. Very hard to sell physical tickets for people to buy the ticket. All right, we're gonna have to pay for parking. I gotta get an outfit. Gotta put gas in the car. I gotta pay for the babysitter. All of that. It's not just $20 ticket. It's like at least like $150.
It's a night out.
And then you gotta get a hotel if you're not from that city. Plane ticket. You know, it's a lot. It adds up. And for people to come to see you, I think that's the final stage of like artistry, when people like buy a ticket to come see you. The final stage of artistry. So if you got 25 people there, those 25 people made a plan and executed it, and they're right in front of you. So it wasn't just a $20 ticket that got them there. They made a plan, especially if they grown and they got kids and stuff.
100%.
You know?
100%.
So,
well, I mean, if that doesn't convince y'all to go and link in the description, by the way. So make sure you guys don't leave anywhere yet. We got plenty left with ANoyd.
Even if you don't know the music, like
pop up.
Yeah, I've had people that show up to the show not know none of my songs, but then they end up leaving like, yo, I'm a fan now.
Well, for me as a music fan for my whole life, like that was always the best part, right? I loved going to festivals and not really knowing much of people on the line, like the artists on the lineup or the bands. I would always love going to festivals and just finding new artists or finding new, bands or whatever it was. Because like, I feel like you just become it's so much easier to become a fan of somebody at a show rather than like just finding their music online. Like, not to say that can't happen, but like, I think there's just more of that human connection, interact, like a lot of the things that you're talking about that go a lot deeper than just like, oh yeah, that song is dope. I saw it on a TikTok and added it to my Spotify playlist and I don't know, maybe forgot about it 2 weeks later.
When you're a great performer, you have a career. You know?
100%.
Like, being a great performer, like I've seen a lot of great performers. J. Cole's a great performer.
Oh, excellent.
Nas is a great performer. Busta Rhymes. Oh my God. Like, come on now. Like, I've seen these dudes. I'm like, yo, wow. He's amazing on that stage. Like, he could do this for the rest of his life. When you're a great performer, you can tour forever. You know, when you make good music, like, you could keep putting out music, but then it's like you're missing out on potential. Like,
there's plenty of artists that are still touring in their 70s, and they probably even shouldn't be at this point.
Wu-Tang can go over there in Tokyo and sell it out.
Oh, 100%.
You know?
Yeah.
And like, that's just off of being great performers and having great music though, like having that connection with the fans and stuff. So
being timeless in a sense.
Timeless music is it's one of them things. I could talk about timeless music forever. Like, the first time, like I could go play Illmatic in the car and it sound like it just came out. But then I listen to the radio and I listen to a song that just like came out a couple of days ago and I'm like, I'm not going to want to listen to this in a couple of years. So.
Yeah, it's a lot of that microwave music that's coming out.
I don't like the microwave stuff, But it's hard to not make microwave music. Let's be honest. Because if you broke, you like, yo, I need a hit record. You go in the studio, you're like, yo, I got to make a microwave song. I got to go with the trends. TikTok is hot right now. I got to go make a TikTok so people can dance to it. I fell victim to that. I know we all have. But it ended up not being the way that I wanted it to go, And it's just not me. I'm a person that's like, I put my heart and soul into my music, and if it take longer for me to get where I gotta go to, then I just take the long way, man. I just ride my bike. Y'all could fly. My legs gonna be big as shit when I get there. You feel me though? And now everybody gonna be on with the skinny legs, and then like I'm great, y'all good. Y'all want to perform? No, I'm going home. I rock a couple more songs then.
Love that.
So the endurance that you build. Just being like focused and making music from the heart, you gain endurance, And that microwave stuff, you don't really gain no endurance from it. You get a couple dollars in the beginning, but you gain endurance, and then next thing you know, you can tour for the rest of your life, and your family's set, And you don't got to make no new music no more. Wu-Tang don't got to make no new music, right?
Nope.
You still got people that gotta. Oh damn, I gotta make some new music just so I could tour now. Nope.
We got Jay in the house, and he loves himself some Wu-Tang.
Yeah, I love Wu-Tang, man. Oh, man. Yeah.
Caesar's laughing because he knows.
Yeah, man. Oh, shout out to the Wu. And shout out to my guy, Ghostface. Man, that's my guy.
He was just in Boston.
Yeah.
He headlined Gold Fest, it's called. So there's a band out here called Still Gold.
Yeah.
And they started doing, they've been working with the Boston City Arts program, and they put on a free concert in front of City Plaza now. They just did their second year.
dope.
Yeah, this year they just had Ghostface. And then last year they had Dead Prez, which they did like the 50-year hip hop, thing, and that was really, really cool. It was awesome. They had Earth Gang.
Earth Gang super dope.
Super dope. I mean, talk about great performers.
I would love to get on their tour.
Yeah.
Earth Gang, yo, what up, man? You know?
Hit 'em up.
I'm trying. I would.
Reach out. We got the contact.
Yeah, that's a good tour. I would love to get on like a good dope tour, like Corday, Earth Gang.
Corday would be great.
Anderson .Paak, like one
Big
of those
fan.
tours, you
Anderson
know?
.Paak's one of my favorites.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
like one of those tours right there, man, I'll be on the road for a month.
Yeah.
Whatever they want to do. You know, get my own room and everything. I'll sleep on the floor, whatever. I'll thug it out.
Whatever
but
you
I just
gotta
know at the end of that tour, like, come on now. Like, I'm going to be leaving there. I'm going to make everybody a fan of me. Because that's all I need.
I love the confidence you have to
run
have
the song. I just hook it up to my phone, press play. I promise you I'm going to win them over. Easily. Yeah.
All right, well, reach out to them. But anybody that's, not in the music industry and just a fan, I mean, November 2nd.
Yeah, November 2nd.
Saturday.
Yeah.
It's, no, I won't be there because I have a wedding, unfortunately, which is too bad. But there's no other place I would rather be other than this wedding than here. So make sure you reach out. You make sure you get your tickets linked in the description.
Yeah, I got the whole band coming out.
Band too.
Yeah.
I love hip hop with a band.
Band.
So great. Such a great.
Survive with
such
the
a great
band.
element.
Yeah.
And
New York was
people don't tap
a
into.
vibe. We had the keys, bass, drums. Oh my goodness.
Damn, I'm really pissed. I'm not gonna be there.
Like it felt great being on a stage, having the band to just back me because I've been just doing it just like straight track for so long. No drums, no nothing. So when I could get the band behind me, I was just soaking it all in.
Yeah.
So this time I'm gonna be locked in. Like in New York, I was locked in, but I was just enjoying the band. Like this time I'm locked in. Like I'm not even gonna be listening to them right now. I'm focused on the crowd. Okay. Oh yeah. And then I got DJ E Double DJing.
Oh no, E Double. Hell yeah! Shout out to E Double.
Yeah, that's my guy. Like we talk. When I talk to him, we don't even talk about music. We talk about like therapy and church and stuff like that. So grown man shit. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So yeah, shout out my guy.
Nah, but much love to you for obviously like having that mindset of longevity and not being so quick to just get to like the mountain top, so to speak. It's like that's really cool. And the live band thing, that's such a great element. I wish more hip hop artists would do that. I saw Smino a few years ago with a live band, and it was just like a different just experience in general. Like it's just really really cool to see.
Got some dope artists now, man. You know what I'm saying? Smino's dope.
Yeah.
Oh man.
It's really cool to see.
I love his music. Yeah. Shout out Smino. I'll get on the Smino tour too.
Yeah, there you go. He was another one. He was just at Cousin Stiz just brought him out for a
shout out
for his he did a Commonwealth Fest. Same thing, was right in that City Plaza area. They just did it like as we're recording this like a couple weekends ago.
Nice. Yeah.
It was pretty dope.
Word.
So I want to get your tickets November 2nd at the Middle East. I want to talk to you about your latest album, Love You More. Yeah. But before we get to that, we actually have to jump to a pop quiz.
Okay.
So what pop quiz is, for anyone that's a fan of ANoyd and just being introduced to us for the first time, pop quiz is a segment where we ask our guests rapid fire questions. Yeah. Some have to do with music, some have absolutely nothing to do with music whatsoever.
Nice.
But it's all about you. So you can't fail. All right? Yeah. Cool. So I'll start off with a couple true or false questions, and you can get into as much detail as you want. So true or false, your old rap names were A. Rizzy and A.R. White due to your fandom of J.R. Writer.
True. Oh man, yeah, true. I hated those names.
ANoyd's better.
Yeah, but it took a while to figure out that I wanted to be ANoyd though. But I just knew I couldn't be a grown ass man with the name A Rizzy. So let's not go there.
We'd be having a different conversation, or maybe not having this conversation at all. So that's good.
We definitely
tell me. Sorry. True or false? A lot of your early rhymes were guided by Rhyme Zone.
Yeah. Shout out to Rhyme. I still use Rhyme Zone.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Shout out. Yeah. I was an English teacher for almost 10 years.
Love Rhyme Zone.
Love.
Listen,
any sort of
you could use Rhyme Zone.
Thesauruses, right? If you want to go old school with
it's
it.
Google. Like it's there.
Yeah.
It's cool. I love Rhyme Zone because it shows you words that you didn't even know. Like what is that? And then I go on Google. I look at the definition. I'm like, wait, I could use that and boom and go like right here. Rhyme Zone ain't gonna write the rhymes for you. Let's be clear. Like you can have Rhyme Zone and still be ass. Like,
Facts.
It's not gonna make you nice. So don't just think, oh, just because I'm terrible, I'm gonna get rhyme zone and be good. Like you're just gonna be knowledgeable of the words. You still gotta put them together.
Yeah, you gotta have a decent vocabulary.
So I'm not afraid that. Yes, I use rhyme zone.
Love that.
Still, yesterday I just used it.
Just used it yesterday. You heard it here first. Not a sponsor.
Yep.
Tell me about.
Me, though. They could if they want to. All right, go ahead.
All good. Tell me about the time that you snuck into Hot 97 in New York City early in your career.
Oh yeah, man! Shout out to my guy Pace, man. We was acting like we had to be up there. He was acting like he was on the phone with Diddy. No Diddy.
Oh God, that didn't age well.
It didn't age well at all. But at the time, we just acted like we had to be up there, and then we just got through. I don't know how. I don't even did we? No, we had to give them their licenses to get into the building because in NYC and those corporate things. Stuff, you got to give them their license.
Same in Boston.
We got up there, met Enough, DJ Enough, and a couple more people. I think Scotty Beam or somebody, what's his other name? The light skinned dude. What's his name?
Oh, not Ebro.
Not Ebro.
Oh no, Rosenberg. Who's
gonna kill me, man? We supposed to get him the host. What's his name?
Oh, Drewski.
Drewski.
Oh, Drewski.
Yeah, don't kill me, Drewski. But it was, I think we met him up there. Yeah, not the Drake Drewski, but the other Drewski. But that would have been fire to get. I'm a fan of the Drewski. Could have been records. But yeah, we acted like we were supposed to be there, but we really wasn't. And then sometimes you got to fake it till you make it. So we got up there.
There you go. Do what you got to do.
Yep.
So I've heard through the grapevine you're a pretty good cook, and I know you make a mean salmon with asparagus and mashed potatoes. I know that's like your signature dish. I can't reveal my sources on air, but we can talk afterwards if you want.
You're acting like Nardwuar and shit.
I get that. I've been told that I'm the Nardwuar, Sean Evans-ish type person of Boston. So yeah. But I put my own spin on it. Those are the goats. Like they wrote the playbook. I'm just they're like my rhyme zone. How's that?
That's a great analogy right there. Yeah, I do make a good salmon, asparagus, mashed potato. Butter, cheese, and mashed potatoes and all that.
I like that. Yeah.
Yeah, I love that meal.
Love it. Is there another signature dish or one that's higher on your list that you like to make?
I like to make fried rice.
Okay.
Like Asian fried rice. I like to make that. What else I like to make? I made a pupusa recently.
Ooh.
Yeah, because I've been we get wick now, so I'll be trying to use the wick. So I get Greek yogurt on the wick.
Okay.
So I use Greek yogurt with a little flour and make the dough.
Really?
And then,
he's got those high protein. Yeah, there you go.
Roll the dough out. Yeah, come on now. I really be in the kitchen getting crazy. Shout out to
I heard that. Yeah.
Wifey
Wifey knows.
But
I've heard.
Yeah, I get crazy in there, and then make a little chicken. I put it in there. I don't know if you're supposed to put chicken in a pupusa, but I make whatever. You can do whatever you want. It's like making a song. You can do whatever you want.
Exactly. It's your kitchen.
Put the hook right there. It doesn't matter.
There's no rule book.
So
mostly. Yeah, that's fine.
Making a pupusa.
Cool. Well, next time I'm in Hartford, I'm coming over for dinner. How's that sound?
I'm telling you, wifey get crazy in the kitchen too. I'm just there sometimes, but she get crazy.
Nice. So I've heard you're quite the hooper. I hooped for a long time too.
I bust everybody else in here.
Yeah. Cesar's out here. He talks some shit. We're supposed to get down. You got, dude. I'm getting old, bro. I'm only.
He look, I ain't gonna lie. César talking like he nice. I know he nice.
He talking like he nice. No, he's.
I know a hooper when they talk.
Yeah,
he can hoop.
I mean, I hooped for a while too. Actually, I won a state championship my senior year.
For
not
real?
to brag. Yeah,
nice.
Not to brag.
Okay.
Not just me. Obviously,
we gotta
my
get
team.
a game
did.
going.
Yeah, let's go. We gotta get some type of hip hop.
Not after the Boston show. But
we'll get some type of like hip hop, type of event.
I'll come to Mass. Just
come down. Yeah. We'll have you up.
I'll come to Mass. Yeah.
Other than Chris Brown, who's one other music artist or celebrity, like you think you could beat one-on-one?
No, I can't be. I mean, Chris Brown nice, so I don't know. I'll probably do Chris Brown filthy though.
Or maybe another artist you'd like to, or celebrity you'd like to play against in one-on-one. LeBron.
Yeah.
You trying to lose 11-0, bro?
No, listen. I just know. I just wanted to be recorded because I know I'm.
You want to be okay? Fair enough.
I'm going viral either way.
Fair enough.
Dude from Bloomfield got his ass beat by LeBron, but then they're gonna go to the discography and they be like, "Yo, he's nice though."
And he raps.
In my career, that whole relationship on the game from LeBron.
I see where you're going. So you're going from a marketing standpoint.
And then he gonna put me in a film because he got Brian now to do the films. Because I've been in my acting bag too. So I'm always thinking about work. So Brian, Come get this work, man. I dunk on you. Straight up.
It's thinking a step ahead. I like it.
Mm-hmm.
Do you have any memorable moments or stories from while working at Eblin's growing up?
Oh man, Eblin's was an era. They just closed them down too. Yeah, I used to like in my ending days of Eblin's when I was like, I don't care if I get fired or not.
Love those jobs.
Yeah, I was like, I used to not scan the box. Don't do this if you got a great
Statute
job.
of limitations.
Don't be like ANoyd and just get fired and not care because you can go to jail. Thankfully, I didn't go to jail.
Yeah.
So we used to have street dudes that used to come, yo, ANoyd, hook me up. You know what I'm saying? Boom, boom. I need a player of the white Air Forces and the black Air Forces. So I'll give him the white Air Forces. Then I'll be like, yo, just give me like $50 for the black ones. And then act like I scanned it. And then boop, boop, and then, all right, I see you, pocket the 50.
Oh, they fired your ass.
Yeah, nah, they definitely did. They definitely fired my black ass. But I didn't care. I got to a point where I was like, you know what? They don't care about me. They wasn't trying to give me no raise. And when they did give me a raise, they only did it a couple cents. But I was there for a long time.
Yeah.
And they started having like a whole bunch of other people there. And I was like, yo, how much you making? I was like, yo, I'm making like 12. I'm like, what? I'm only making 9. Remember when it was like $8.50?
Oh, I
remember.
remember.
Like,
I remember.
that was the era. $8.25.
$8.25. I remember when it went up to $8.25.
Baby.
Yeah,
that's what I'm saying. So
fucked
it's like
up.
$8.25.
Crazy.
Yeah.
My first job, quick little tangent. I worked at an ice cream spot down the street from here actually, and they ship like to all over New England. Like they're like a conglomerate or some shit, whatever. But they had they basically made the ice cream on site. So they had all these big, huge freezers with all these tubs in there. And then so they would have guys, they would like be enlisting, they would hire you initially to be a scooper because then you could like get a lot of tips. Obviously the girls would get more tips, but then like once you reach a certain age, I think it was 16, they threw you in the freezer. They're just like, you're shipping now. And they would stick us in there and we'd be in there for like 5-6 hours, -30 with 5-6 layers. And we're making the same amount, probably less than we were than some of the scoopers.
Oh, man.
Girls are walking out of there with $50 in tips, and I'm in the bag. Just I was
they
like,
didn't appreciate you.
Nah. I was like, you know what? I'm out.
Yeah.
I can't do this anymore. So
These companies don't care about us.
they don't give a fuck.
Yeah, that's why I don't care.
No. Yeah. Well, that's why we're self-employed now.
Saying. They're not losing no money. $50, they're not worried about.
Oh, they're fine. Yeah.
They straight.
They're good. Yeah, absolutely. I know you're binge walking Fear the Walking Dead right now. So which is better, the prequel or the original?
How you know I'm watching Fear the Walking Dead? Who told you this?
I can't tell you on air. We'll talk after. You got to just answer the question.
You told him this?
Can't talk on air.
Fear the Walking. How you know I'm watching? You got my Netflix account or something? Cause how you know I'm watching Fear the Walking Dead?
His credit card information is not.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I'm like, what? Yeah, I did. Cause I watched the whole Walking Dead.
Right.
Cause I remember started watching the Walking Dead, and then I stopped watching it after Glenn died because I was mad. And I was like, yo, fuck this damn show. I don't want to watch it no more. Because I loved Glenn. I'm like, how you going to beat him in the head with a bat? That's fucked up. So I stopped watching it, and then I rewatched it again after that because I built up the courage to watch it after that. And then, and then I finished it. And I was like, yeah, I'm mad this shit is over. So I started watching the Fear the Walking Dead. And Daryl got a new series. I watched it already.
There you go.
Fire. Daryl's, oh my God. I love Daryl. Oh my God, I'm geeking right now. Yo, shout out to Daryl, man. Daryl, if you see this, I'm a fan, man. Like, I be geeking over art actors and shit. Like, I don't even geek over rappers. Like, I meet rappers, I be like, yo, what's up, man? Like, it's cool. But when if I see like Denzel Washington or somebody or Will Smith, I'm gonna be geeking.
You're geeking.
Martin, I'm gonna be geeking because like, I don't know why. It's just it take a different bag to get into. Yeah, I'm a film guy.
Yeah.
So.
All right, bonus question then. What if there was like a TV show or film you'd love to like be a part of the soundtrack?
Oh man.
Like which
A
film
new
would
one?
it be? It could be new or old, doesn't matter. It's just a fun little exercise. This just dawned on me now since you're such a film guy. I figured I'd ask.
So many good films. Black Panther.
That's a good one.
That'll be a fire
That makes sense.
song. Cause I just know the song gotta be fire to be in Black Panther.
100%.
Like they're not putting no trash in Black Panther.
Hell no.
Yeah, so probably like a Black Panther, like some type of hero movie, like a Spider-Man or something. They putting straight fire in those.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Fear the Walking Dead though, or Walking Dead? Which one was better?
Oh no, Walking Dead.
Original?
Shot.
Cool.
Yeah, because I'm watching Fear the Walking Dead just cause it's like there.
That makes sense, right?
You know, so.
All right, so last question. Promise, and then we'll get back to some
Go
music
ahead.
stuff.
I'm not in a rush.
I know you're massive. I know you're not a massive reader, and that hurts my heart as a former English teacher, but that's okay. But I know the book "Purpose-Driven Life" by Rick Warren had a huge impact What?
How you know I watched? How you know I read that book?
I
Yo,
like
how
I
do
said,
you
I
know
can't
this,
answer the
yo?
question. You keep asking questions I can't answer right now. We'll talk after.
All right,
I got you.
All right.
I know the book Purpose Driven Life by Rick Warren has had a huge impact on you.
Love
What
that
was,
book.
what was your biggest takeaway that you
Man,
had from that book?
Oh, great book. Everybody should read that book. That everybody's unique. That God made everybody unique. He'll never make another you. So when you feeling like you down and you don't have a purpose in life, you just remember that there's only one of you. There's only one ANoyd in life, and there'll only ever be one ANoyd. And God made me specifically to the T. All my hairs on my head, He counted all of them. You know, He knows my story beginning to end, knows all my talents, my weaknesses, everything. So it's like, I know my uniqueness, so why would I even second guess anything? So that was my biggest takeaway, just knowing that He made everybody unique. That's all I needed to know. I didn't need to know anything else after that.
It's a beautiful sentiment.
Right?
Great way to end pop quiz.
Read that book.
I'm gonna order it right when I get home. No bullshit.
It's a great
it sounds
book. And
good.
you read it every day. Look, so it's just like you read a chapter a day.
Mm-hmm.
So it's I think 40 days. So you just read one chapter, and then I remember we was doing me and wifey, we had a what's that thing called? We had a little group chat, and we was reading it with other people.
Oh, like a book club.
Yeah. But it was and we would just do voice memos of what we got from the chapter after every day. So we would listen to everybody and what everybody got from it. Yeah, it was
like
fun.
a virtual book club. That's
that was probably the first book I ever read in its entirety. That was my first book ever, and it was a great first book to ever read.
Well, hopefully you'll read some more.
Yeah, no, for sure. I'm reading Meaning of Marriage.
Oh, nice.
Read that book too.
Cool.
Really good.
All right, I'll throw them on my list.
Yeah.
I'm actually looking for some new books. So, well, that was Pop Quiz with ANoyd. Let's give him a round of applause, people, our studio audience.
Yeah. Thanks, guys.
He did great.
Appreciate that, guys. Thanks.
I know he's confused, but we'll talk. I promise. I will promise. We'll talk after. I want to talk to you about your latest album, Love You More. I really enjoyed it, by the way. Really good. Specifically the song Forever, I was huge fan of.
Love that record.
But this album feels like it's a little bit more of a pivot sonically than what you've done in the past. A lot more R&B driven, a lot more soulful. Yeah. And so I feel like it just leads heavier in just your R&B bag in general. So what exactly influenced this progression of your sound, do you think? And what has the reception been about the direction that you're kind of going in more in that?
More?
Yeah.
I think I did the Love You More just because I know Forever did so well. When I did I did it originally on Money Long. It was her record. I forgot what that record was called. Hours and Hours. So I did a freestyle on that one, and then I posted it for the first time. It didn't do that well, so I reposted it, and then it went viral on Instagram.
Oh shit.
And then everybody was like, "Yo, you got to make this into a full song." So I ended up making it into a real song, original beat. And it just performed really well. So I was like, yo, I got to make sure I keep my female fans happy, keep my demographic wide, because I don't want my shows to be no sausage fest. You
Absolutely.
feel me?
I agree. I agree. It's back to our earlier conversation. I totally agree.
Just keeping the women happy, because women, they buy tickets, they purchase tickets, and they're going to listen to you every time, So I was like, I got to make them an album. Because I want to eventually make this a series, like Love You More 2, Love You More 3, Love You More, so it's going to be, every time I feel like talking to the ladies, you're going to get a Love You More. But I'm still going to give you what you're supposed to get, the bars, that's easy. All that other shit is easy, but I just wanted to make sure it's like Walmart. You go in there, you go to the produce, and then be like, oh, damn, I need some drawers, too. So you go over here, and then you be like, oh, damn, I need a freaking HDMI cord. Let me go in the back. I'm like Walmart. I got everything you need. So if you need the songs for the ladies, I got that.
Yeah.
But then I also got the street stuff over here, to keep the street dudes happy and you know what I mean? And then I got the soulful, and then I got the things to make you energetic and jump up and down and feel I got everything you need.
Man's versatile.
Yeah. Like Drake.
I think it's important. I think that's important because, and I like the fact that my favorite artists are always the ones that progress their sound over time. Yeah. Don't just stick to the same. And this is no disrespect. I'm just, coming up off the top of my head, but a person, an artist like Future, I like his music from time to time, but I don't go seek it out. You know what I mean? He's not an artist I want to go listen to. He drops an album. I'm I have a funny feeling I kind of know what this is going to sound like. Yeah, you know he's going to talk. Which is fine. There's a demographic for that, and people enjoy that type of music, and no problem. No disrespect. It's not a bad thing. But I'm just personally, I like the artists that make different stuff that like
1000.
actually try a new sound, even if it doesn't necessarily work.
Facts.
I just appreciate artists that actually like step a little bit outside of a comfort zone, or
Right.
again try something a little bit different.
No
So
doubt.
I appreciate like when I heard it initially, like pretty recently, I was like, as I was preparing for this interview, because I didn't realize you even dropped it. I missed it, and I was like, oh, this is a lot of a different style for you.
And the reception's been great from it, because even the men was like, yo, I love this album.
Yeah.
So I didn't even make it
was a
for
fan.
them, you know. But then they're like, oh my god, this is my favorite album you did so far. So it's like you can play it around your lady and be like, yo, yeah, that's how I'm feeling about you, huh? Play this, you know. And then boom, next thing you know, you good. You know, got a little booty that night, and then you like, all right, annoyed, I fuck with you, man. Like, yeah, you see what I'm saying? I take care of y'all, man. You know.
Awesome. Is there another genre or subgenre of music that you would love to tap into at some point that maybe you haven't yet?
Gospel, maybe a little gospel.
That makes sense.
Yeah, like a little gospel. I've been doing a little with Christian rap a little bit, but I don't want to just do Christian rap, because I feel like it's just like it's boxed in, like you only talk about certain things. So I never say I want to be a Christian rapper. I'm just a Christian that rap. Just curse less in my music and kind of like sprinkle a little Bible talk here and there, but never too much, because you gotta like low key, like you can't just go straight over there. At least I know I don't want to, because I'm gonna lose fans, you know.
No, that makes sense.
You know, so I kind of want to just like spoon feed them a little bit until like, all right, this is what I'm gonna do now. I might not ever do that, but I'm just saying, like, just trying to do it more. But yeah, maybe a little gospel, a little rock and roll or something, man.
I was about to say, with the live band stuff lately, I feel like you gotta kind of
stupid. Like I'll go crazy on some rock and roll.
Yeah.
Like some what's that, Green Day?
Yeah, you like Green Day?
Green Day be tough. Or what's that Tonight? That's not rock and roll.
No, that's a little more, I would say, like alternative indie. They were called Fun, I believe.
Fun.
That was the
Super
name
tough.
of that band.
Oh my god. Queen.
Queen, yeah.
Oh
classic.
my goodness gracious.
Caesar. Yeah, I was about to say, I looked over at César.
Queen is so good. Like when I watched the movie,
oh yeah,
and I seen him in the studio,
movie.
he was like, I was like, yo, he's the greatest dude to ever do it ever in life. Because it's like, in the moment, they was like, yo, this is crazy, but they don't even know what they just did.
Mm-hmm.
Like that song is like forever on it. Like,
yeah,
no matter who
staple.
you can do this.
And everybody knows it. Yeah,
everybody in the stadium, baseball, football, basketball, tennis, hockey, rugby, whatever.
Cricket.
Once you start doing
whatever
that,
it is.
riding in a long, I'm like, oh my god, these dudes are incredible, man. Freddie Mercury, oh my goodness, dude. Yeah. Oh man, that inspired the shit out of me. I was like, oh, I got to do better. I got to make better music. How could you watch that movie and be like, I'm doing enough?
It's fantastic,
right?
movie.
Like,
fantastic.
Oh my god, Freddie Mercury's insane, dude. Oh man. Oh, I want to watch that movie again. Queen is incredible, man. Oh my goodness. It. Yeah, but
that's awesome.
Yeah, maybe some rock and roll.
Cool.
Or alternative, whatever. What would you say? Alternative.
It's like indie alternative,
indie
I would say. You know, I'd probably like put it in that vein. But
yeah, man.
Yeah, well, I guess look out for maybe at some point.
Yeah, I mean,
an alternative indie gospel-ish
remember when Jay-Z
type
did
album.
Linkin Park?
Oh yeah, Linkin Park. They did the crossover. Fire.
So I would do something like that.
That would be sick. Yeah, that definitely works.
Yeah. So if any rock and roll bands want to rock out, let's do it, man, dude. Fuck yeah, LFG.
Good shit, man. Well, ANoyd, this has been. I'm first off, I want to thank you so much for coming out here today, because I know it was a drive, but I just I'm honored that you wanted to come down. You felt like it was worth it. Hopefully, it was worth it. Hopefully, you had a good time.
This was a fun talk to have.
Good.
You know, I was telling Valentine in the car. I was like, I hope he's not gonna ask me no dumb shit or things that I don't already I didn't already answer.
Oh, for sure.
You know what I'm saying?
And that's always my goal. I mean, I'm not perfect, right? But I gotta try to, I want to try to, obviously ask you some things that maybe you wouldn't, get asked on some other platforms and stuff like that.
Sure.
The one thing I will want to leave you with, I have two more questions for you, so not quite yet, but I want to obviously go back quickly to the show, and it's obviously.
Why not now?
Yeah, why not now? And it's named after your brand new single that you just dropped pretty recently.
I love that song.
So talk to me a little bit about that song, and obviously because that one just dropped, and it's kind of the branding for
it pretty
the show.
much it sparked the whole Why Not Now movement. Because when I made it, first of all, when Karan, shout out to Karan, he sent me the beat, and I was like, yeah, this is gonna be a challenge for me. I sat on the beat for a long time. I was like, I don't know what I'm gonna do with this. I really don't. But I love the challenge. It was like one of them the first time I was like, not the first time, but when I got a beat, I was like, yeah, I don't know what I'm gonna do with this. And then eventually, put my son to sleep, and I was like, all right, let me tackle this. I went in there, just did some mumbles, and then anything to tomorrow, why not now? I was like, oh, let me send it to them and see if they're feeling it. I just sent them the reference, like the mumble flows, and then it had the little middle finger tomorrow, why not now? And it was like, yo, it's gonna be incredible. And then I was like, all right, let me finish it. Sent the song out to them. Everybody was like, yeah, this is it. Like, cause it's like different for ANoyd now. You know, I'm going to more global sound instead of just like, I'm international Noyd. Like, you know?
Yeah.
Like, not just Connecticut Noyd. This is international, overseas. So I was like, yes, this is a great record. I love it. Let's put it out. And then after that, why not now? Why not now? Why don't we put it out now? And it's just been stemming the whole movement, like stemming just every day. Like, you don't want to procrastinate. Like, why are we doing it tomorrow when we can just do it now? Like, why not just do this podcast now?
We're not, unfortunately, we're not guaranteed tomorrow.
That's what I'm saying.
We're not.
So,
not
yeah,
to
nothing
be
is
cliche, but
no, yeah, that's what I'm saying. But it's almost like it's a cliche without being cliche.
no.
You feel me?
Yeah, I hear you.
Yeah. So, yeah, why not now, man? It's going
to
to live forever because it lives in the moment. It's all about the moment right now. Like, don't wait. Don't wait for the perfect opportunity. The perfect opportunity is now. So, yeah.
Like you said earlier, making timeless music, timeless statements.
Yeah.
That's what you're here to do as an artist. Like, none of that microwave shit. This is more going for timeless stuff.
This shit can't go in the microwave at all. You gotta put this shit on the stove.
Gotta put it on the stove. Gotta let it slow cook. I
Boy,
like it.
Yeah.
Well, make sure you guys stream that. Obviously, the album as well, Love You More, is out now, plus the single, Why Not Now, all linked in the description, plus tickets, the ticket link for the Why Not Now show live in Boston, Middle East Upstairs, November 2nd, doors at 7, show at 8.
Yeah.
And
we don't got no curfew, so, you know what I'm saying?
Love that.
Yeah. Get there.
Party with the guys, have some fun. It's going to be a good time.
Anybody want to throw an extra song in there, go ahead. Yeah, I know César want to throw an extra song in there.
Caesar's no stranger to throwing an extra song. Be careful. He might.
We're not going to rush you off stage, César. I promise you that, man. We're not going to rush you off stage.
He's worth watching.
Yeah, follow me. Follow me. Well, I know they're going to put this on. You're going to put this on Instagram.
I got you. Yeah. I got one last question for you. It's the last segment of the show is called the open response.
Right.
And the open response we do what's called the dream song scenario. So I'll structure it for you. You get one. You get a song. It's an ANoyd song. You get 1 to 2 producers and up to 3 guest features. They can be any artists and producers, dead or alive, who would be on ANoyd's dream song scenario.
Oh man! So you said it's me and who?
1 to 2 producers,
1 to 2,
and then up to 3 guest features.
All right.
Who would be on ANoyd's dream song?
Oh man, that's a good one.
Yeah, artists like this one. It's a fun exercise. You can get a little creative. You can get a little.
Give me Pharrell.
Okay.
Damn, it's tough. Oh man, who am I up here with Pharrell? Kanye.
Pharrell and Kanye.
Oh yeah, give me Pharrell and Kanye on the production. That beat gonna be stupid. Give me Freddie Mercury. Because the songwriting gonna be incredible. Can I have Freddie help me write it?
Yeah.
All right, boom.
Yeah, of course.
Let me get Freddie helping me write it. How many features I get?
Up to 3.
Up to 3. Freddie.
So you got 2 more.
Ooh,
Freddie Mercury's 1.
Oh, let me get a verse from Freddie. Ooh, let me get a verse from Kendrick.
Okay.
Because that verse gonna be stupid. Oh my god.
Especially if he's on a song with Freddie Mercury.
Yeah,
He's
with
gonna
Kendrick on the feature.
Yeah.
Oh,
he'd go hard
feature.
for that one.
One more feature. Oh man, last person. Shit, this is tough. I don't need another rap verse, so I'm not gonna go rap. I
like that you're not going rap.
I don't want to go Freddie. I got Freddie. I got Kendrick. Give me Michael Jackson.
Damn.
Give me Mike. I got Michael Jackson and Freddie Mercury, produced by Pharrell and Kanye.
With a Kendrick verse
on that? With a Kendrick verse?
How's that not chart-topping number one?
That might be one of the best songs ever, dude. Like, oh my God. Because Freddie Mercury, I love I'm about to go watch. What's that movie called again? Bohemian Rhapsody. Oh my God.
That's my shit.
Oh my God. Yeah, that's my song right there. And the producers could change. Like, I would, but Kanye gotta produce that because I know that beat.
That beat would be.
That beat. Yeah. Oh my goodness. With Pharrell, like, he put the swag on it, but Kanye just gonna get a soul. So you got soul and swag. Then you got Freddie on the pen with Kendrick. Oh my God. And then you're gonna end up with Michael Jackson with ANoyd? Oh Lord. Oh, I wish that could really happen, man. Oh, in my dream.
We manifest. We're speaking it into existence, right?
Yeah.
So it could be a chart-topping hit.
Yeah.
Who knows? But anyway,
man.
I think it would be. But ANoyd, thank you so much for being here, man. This was a
before
pleasure.
I leave,
Please do. Go ahead. Yeah.
Just want to thank you for having me up here.
Of course. My
super
pleasure.
Grateful, so thank you for your time.
My pleasure.
And thank you for everybody else's time. I love my boys, Valentine, Cat, everybody, César. Appreciate you. Big Dog, I appreciate you. What's your name again?
Jay.
Jay. Appreciate Jay for just being here, man. Being in the moment.
This is a cool
everybody
experience.
got they got their own lives and their own thing that they doing, but be anywhere in the world, and you here with me. I appreciate that. Who said that?
I'm very
Jay-Z. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So there you go. Enjoying the walkie-talkies too. That's my new thing. We got this app called Grouped that I'm a part of. You know what I'm saying? And it's like an app that you can subscribe to and get like unreleased music. So I've been throwing a lot of unreleased stuff that's not even out. That's probably not gonna be out for like years or maybe. And it's gonna go subscription based. So eventually I'm gonna charge like $5 for it. But it's like, come on now, $5 a month. You getting free music and Freestyle Fridays and all that good stuff, and then choosing the single. Cause I'm trying to be rich, man. I'm trying to make $100K next year.
Well, independent artists
You know
are making
$100K just off of that.
Independent artists are doing well with that.
We broke right now. Let's be honest. Like independent, like it's not easy.
It's difficult.
So we trying to get rich. Y'all can make me rich if y'all just subscribe for $5. You got Netflix, you do that. I know you spend $5 at Burger King, just spend it with me real quick. You know what I'm saying?
You get that unreleased music
Yeah,
that you're not gonna get anywhere else.
And you can play it straight from the app, listen in the gym, go crazy.
Love it.
So yeah, I just want to plug that in because that's the wave of the future.
I agree.
Gaining everything back to the artist. You know what I'm saying? 'Cause Spotify, and they don't pay out all that good stuff.
There's a lot of different platforms now that I feel like are allowing for that.
Yeah, you got Even, you got
Even Biz. Like we had an artist by the name of Najee Janey. He's an artist out here. He's dropping music exclusively on Even Biz, and even a lot of artists are talking about this too, being a good way to not only get monetary value for their music, but also to see who their fans really are, and then figure out who your fans are, and then when you actually have a show, you can be there's your email list right there.
You got the email. I got everybody's phone number that's already in there, so I can send them a text. Send them.
And they feel like they're in this exclusive thing. No, I think it's great for all parties involved.
I think it's the wave of the future, especially if you're independent and you got everything that you need. You could easily make $1 million.
Yep.
Off of one thing, just gaining the everything back to the artist, you can make $1 million. And you could do so much with that. I mean, you could tour with that. You could do this. You could book your own tour. Do that. You could do everything, and then you can make money off your tour. Next thing you know, you're making a couple million every year.
Exactly.
Without a big label. So
which is I agree. Which is the future. Yeah.
And why not now?
Why not now?
Gangsta.
I love it. Why not now? Out now. And link in the description for you guys. Make sure you guys get your tickets if you're available November 2nd and you're in the Boston area. Where can they find you on social media, all that sort of stuff?
ANoyd, ANoyd on everything. You know what I'm saying? Just follow the big walkie-talkie. I'm here. I love Mass. I'm about to eat my Sour Patch.
While ANoyd eats his Sour Patch, you can also follow us at Turntable Teachers on Instagram and TikTok if you're a fan of ANoyd and just being introduced to us for the first time. Hit up our website, turntableteachers.com, for all the latest. And make sure you hit us up at AOAstudios.org if you're an artist, podcaster, or content creator in the Boston or Massachusetts area. We offer a plethora of services, so make sure you guys check us out. Once again, ANoyd, thank you so much for being here, man. This is a fantastic episode.
It's not my last time here, man. I go record a song in your studio or something.
Dude, come down.
Don't charge me, though.
I got you, bro.
All right, man. We out, man. You heard, gang.
I'm Mike. That's ANoyd with the Turntable Teachers, and class is officially dismissed.